Hopefully everyone are doing well. Okay, it's been a long time since went on live, and hopefully today we will be able to talk something related to mobile apps which you can use to create beautiful videos on your smartphone. And hopefully we can discuss about different things that you can do using the smartphone, like creating a beautiful video and then getting it to your mobile phone, and then editing those videos to your likings, to the style of your editing, using different apps. Mobile phones or smartphones nowadays have become very powerful as opposed to 10 years back. I still remember we had smartphones which were having an operating system called Symbian, which was very popular at the time, around in 2005 6, in those years. Symbian operating system was the only operating system which were available on smartphones. But now, due to the presence of Android, all of us have access to thousands of apps, including video recording apps and then video editing apps. So if you have some queries, you can put it on the chat. Welcome anyone who is watching it. Please, please say hi, or if you have any queries, please put your queries on the chat box, so that we can take forward this discussion to grow, or to help each other in doing better videos and better editing on your smartphone. So if you have any queries, please put it on the chat. Like okay, everyone is welcome. I see that there are 4 people now watching, and if you have any queries, please put it on the chat box. I'll try to answer those if I find it easy to tell you about different apps. And first of all, videography using a mobile phone. Nowadays, the mobile phones support up to 8K. I mean, it's a ridiculous resolution that is supported on mobile phones. I think the Sony's new Xperia phones have 8K capabilities. I don't have a Sony phone, but they are made to create beautiful videos and photos. And the phones that you have, uh, Android or iPhone, they have, in most of us have an Android or iPhone. All these smartphones have very good cameras nowadays. At least most of them can shoot up to 4K resolution. If it is not 4K, it almost 90%, 95% of the phones can still shoot in full HD, or that is 1080p. So if you have a phone which supports 1080p, you should always try to shoot at 1080p. And if you have a phone which can support up to 4K, you should try to uh, record at 4K, because we want a higher resolution in the starting video, so that we can edit it later on to our liking. Because in editing, you may have to crop some of your video footage, so that if you crop it up, your footage does not get a low quality, get to a low quality. Because if you have a higher quality, higher resolution, then you can edit it to your liking. Now, uh, when you talk about apps which can record videos, is the first app that is a stock app. That means, let me show you using my phone. Every phone has a camera app inbuilt. Your phone will have, that is the stock camera app. Normally, the stock camera app is made in such a way that it has automatic selection of all the settings, like your, what you call, uh, your shutter speed, your ISO, your white balance. Everything is automatically set by the camera itself in your stock camera by default. But in many cameras, in many smartphones, the stock camera also has an option to get into the manual settings. Like for example, if you have a camera which says, if you have a camera setting which says pro mode or professional mode or manual mode, then you should always enable that manual mode so that you can fine tune all the different settings that is there. For example, if you shoot indoors, you want to get your ISO or your shutter speed lowered down so that you get better lighting inside your sensor. So if you scale up the ISO, your sensor will take more light and your photos or videos will be brighter. And if you also want to change the kind of what you call the color temperature, or we also call it just the white balance. If you have manual control, you can change the white balance, but if you do not have manual control, you cannot change the white balance, because if you put everything in automatic mode, sometimes it happens that our surrounding changes during the shooting of a video. Like if you're shooting outdoors, suddenly the sun changes, there are some clouds coming up, and if you do not set the white balance to constant mode or a particular white balance setting automatically, setting manually, then what happens if you put it on white auto mode or automatic white balance, it changes automatically if your environment changes and your footage looks something odd, because your footage, the colors colors in your footage will look odd, because sometimes it will look yellowish, sometimes it will look pinkish, sometimes it will look greenish. Automatically it will change due to the changing environment. So you need to fix that white balance during the shoot so that it does not change during the entire shooting duration. So that you can do using the manual mode only. So you need to enable the manual mode in your stock camera if you have one. If you do not have a manual mode in your stock camera, you can always try to install a third-party apps. Like, first of all, I'll talk about three third-party apps. Two of them are paid and one is free. So let's talk about the free app, which allows you to get manual control on your videography or even on your photography, is something called Open Camera. It is free to use. It is a pretty old applications which is available on Android. I don't know whether it is available on iOS, but similar apps may be available on iOS or iPhone. On Android, you should, if your stock camera does not allow you to have manual control or professional, I mean, like, what do you call, uh, what do you call pro mode, then what you can use is that you can use Open Camera to get many of the professional settings in your phone, in your camera. So what are the things? I cannot see the chat right now. If anyone is chatting on Facebook, anyone is putting any message on Facebook, I am not able to get to the chat. I don't know why. My system is having some problem. I'm using a software called Restream.io to go live, and I'm not able to get chat messages from Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, you can always put your queries, uh, put your queries so that I can answer them. Okay. And what I was talking about apps which will allow you to have manual control. The first and foremost app which you can install, and you must install if you do not have a pro mode on your camera, is the Open Camera app. It has a plethora of options which allows you to. Hi Chandan. Hi. Okay. How are you, Sanjan? Uh, uh, where are you now, and how are you? Thank you for uh, being on the stream. And if you have any queries, you can put it on the chat. I can now see the chat from Facebook, I think. So if you have some queries, you can put it on the chat. And what I was talking about, this Open Camera app. Open Camera app has a lot of features, and let me show you some of the features in my phone. Let us see what we can do with Open Camera. So first of all, I'll show you this interface. I'm not able to screencast my mobile phone right now, but I'll just show you some of the settings which Open Camera has, which your mobile phone stock camera may not have. So it also has something called digital video stabilization. The first thing that appears on an Open Camera is, like, if I show you somewhere, so you can see that this is in settings in Open Camera app. This is what you call the digital video stabilization. It is a, I think it's a new feature, because videos, if the videos are shaky, your videos may not be look good on the screen. So what you want is that you need some means to get your videos shakeless. Like hardware wise, you can use a gimbal to stabilize your videos, or if you do not have a gimbal, you need to stabilize using your hand. By the way you hold your phone, you need to get a stable hand. And apart from that, most of the modern day phones also have something called OIS, which is short for optical image stabilization. So if your phone has optical image stabilization in the camera settings, you must always enable that setting. And if your phone do not have optical image stabilization, you can also try to use something like an Open Camera, which allow you to have digital image stabilization during the recording of the video itself. Later on, so one of the more good trick about stabilization is that if you shoot it in 4K or a higher resolution, or the highest resolution available on your camera, what you can do is that later on during the post processing or during editing, you can use the softwares like Premiere Pro by Adobe to reduce the shake by using something like warp stabilization. Or if you are on Android, you can use a video editor like Power Director, which has video stabilization inbuilt. So if you use Power Director mobile, you can still stabilize the video. You can stabilize the video, and stabilization is very much necessary. So I was talking about this Open Camera app, and this Open Camera app has a lot of features. Like, it allows you to add an external microphone. Many of the camera apps do not allow to have external microphone. It also has external microphone, and it allows you to change the bit rates of your shoot, of your videos. And also, let me talk about a very important factor of videos, mobile videos, or any video. That is what you call the frame rate. Normal eyes look, whenever we see something moving, our eyes capture movement or capture visual in 24 frames per second. So that is the most natural frame rate that we can have, which is also called the cinematic frame rate. So the inbuilt cameras that is there and the auto mode normally do not allow you to have cinematic footage or cinematic frame rate like 24 fps or some other frame rates. So in Open Camera, you can see that. Let me get this camera a bit more focused. So you can see that now you can see here, now it is focused, right? So these are the different bit rates that is available on, or not bit rates, these are the frame rates that is available on Open Camera app. So if you have this Open Camera app, you can put the frame rate to 24 frames per second to get cinematic footage. So 24 frames per second is one of the most crucial frame rate to get cinematic footage. So you can do that. And also you can put it on high frame rates to slow it down later in post processing to get the slow moving videos. Like if you if you put it on 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second, your footages can be later on during edit, you can slow it down to half or slow it down to 1/4 of the speed to get a buttery smooth look of your video footage. So you can get slow motion videos as well using this Open Camera app. And settings which are there in the Open Camera app also needs to be supported by your camera hardware. So all the settings may not work in your case, so you might have to try and check whether everything works before actually shooting proper footage for your actual production. So Open Camera is the first app that I am suggesting to use for recording videos. Open Camera also has a beautiful feature to face tracking. Face tracking means it has a feature to detect a face. So if when you switch on the camera in Open Camera, what it has, if you go to video mode, you can what do you call, you have something like you can, I don't know why I can't find it. There is a setting within Open Camera which allows you to track the camera, lock the focus on the face, so that what happens when you move your face, when you, for example, like I am recording this video or recording this thing using a camera in front, right? And the camera is set in such a way that it focuses on my eyes, so that if I move somewhere, my eyes or my face will be always in focus. My camera does that. Open Camera app on your mobile phone also has a similar feature which allows to track the face, so that if you move the camera, if you move somewhere here and there, your face will always be in focus. For example, these days everyone is doing some kind of tutorial videos like this. Because of lockdown and because of COVID situation, many of us are doing some online videos where we present something online, where we use our mobile phone to record the videos and stream the videos. uh, in such cases, what you can do is that when you put your phone on a tripod or phone on a stabilized surface or somewhere where you shoot at a different place, you can always keep it on face tracking mode, so that your face is always being tracked and it is focused all the time. Your footage will look better if you keep that setting on, the face tracking setting. Not exactly tracking, it will focus on the face. Okay, why I have not been able to find it in my setting, I don't know. I would have shown it to you. This is the free app that I was talking about, Open Camera. I'll put the links in the description after the stream is over in this video. If you can, if you watch this video after the stream is over, or the replay, if you watch it, you find all the details of the apps in the description. I'll put the links to all these apps in the description. And the next video app that I'm talking about is a paid app. It's pretty costly in terms of an app for a mobile. It costs you around $10 for the app, and it costs you extra some bucks or extra some dollars for in Indian rupees. I do not know how much it will be converted, around 750 or 800 rupees for the purchase of this app. This app is called Filmic Pro. So Filmic Pro is one of the most powerful or feature rich video recording. Yes, Chandan, Open Camera is very good. Open Camera is very good, and if you have some fund, you can always try to install Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is a paid app. You cannot install it as a trial as well. It is fully paid app, Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is one of the best apps. Let me type it up. Filmic Pro. So Filmic Pro, let me show you. Okay, this Filmic Pro app. This Filmic Pro is available on Android. It is also available on iOS. Filmic Pro is a very powerful and very feature-rich app. If you're very serious about mobile videography, you should buy this app. Filmic Pro has lots of features. It has some added benefit, like it allows you to install some extra features like cinematographer's kit. There is some LUT text. LUT means lookup tables, which gives you some color grading inbuilt in the app itself, so that you don't have to color grade your footage later on. And if you wish to color grade your footage later on, you can always use Filmic Pro with its log profiles for videography. Hello, Diboda. Welcome. Welcome. If you have any queries, please put it on the chat box so that I can answer those as well. Hope everything is going well at home. And if you use Filmic Pro, you can do a lot more using your video camera on your mobile phone. A video camera can look very professional because it has hundreds of features in it. If you use Filmic Pro, you can shoot literally a Hollywood style movie. Because if you have learned about whose name was that Hollywood director, Mr. Soderbergh, I forgot the first name. He has recorded Oscar-winning movie on an iPhone using the Filmic Pro app. While I forgot the name of the movie, but Filmic Pro is one such one such app which has been used by Hollywood directors as well. Using mobile phones, they shoot a complete movie. I can also talk about a movie in India which was entirely shot on an iPhone, not necessarily an Android, but an iPhone. It is something like See You. I think it is See You. It's a Malayalam movie which was shot entirely on iPhone. Hello, Manoranjan. Thank you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. And if you have any queries, you can put it on the chat box. I'll always answer those. And if you need some app suggestion, you can ask me on the chat box. I can, apart from editing apps or apart from videography apps, I can also talk about some of the other apps which you might be interested in. And Filmic Pro, I was talking about Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro also has a cinematographer's kit, which also is paid add-on. That means if you want to buy the whole package of cinematographer's kit, you have to pay around 2,500 rupees, Indian rupees, or 30 US dollars. But at present, I think the Filmic Pro app is on a discount because of the holiday seasons, because of the Christmas and all. It is movie name. I'll have to. Yes, See You. This See You. I mean, I think something like this. Something like this. See You. It's a Malayalam movie, which was the actors were Fahad Fazil and some other actors. So you can find it on Amazon Prime, I think. See You, which was entirely shot on iPhone. About Filmic Pro, this Filmic Pro, right? Currently, it is having some discount options in the purchases. You can buy the cinematographer's kit. You can buy the color graded LUT packs, which is there inside the app itself, where you can have different looks, different color looks of your videos built in the camera app itself, like it's filters. Like we use filters on Instagram, like we use filters on Facebook photos. You can use filters during the shoot of the video using what you call this Filmic Pro app. It is not funny filters. These are color filters which are carefully made. And also, if you do not wish to use those filters or those color packs or LUT packs, what you can use that you have these color profiles on Filmic Pro. Those who are used, who know about videography, they know about color profiles. So there are different color profiles available on Filmic Pro in the cinematographer's kit. If you have to buy the cinematographer's kit along with the what you call the Filmic Pro app. The cinematographer's kit will allow you to record your videos in different color profiles, which allow you to color grade your videos later on using the standard editing apps like what you call I'm talking about PC now. If you want to make your videos look much better after post processing or after editing, or you may add some color grading to it. To color grade your videos, you can always use softwares like Adobe's Premiere Pro, or if you use if you use Mac OS, or if you have a Mac PC, or not a Mac PC, if you have a Mac, you can use Final Cut Pro. Or if you have Windows and if you have a very powerful PC, like if you have more upwards of 16 GB of RAM with graphics card and a card and upwards of i5 processor, you can use a software which is free to use, a software called Davinci Resolve, to edit your videos on your PC, where you can get a lot of flexibility to color grade your footages so that they look much better afterwards. So these are the simple software which are available. Okay, Dipjuti, welcome. So if you have any queries, please put. I can answer those if I have answers. Okay. Hopefully you are doing well at home, right? And if you need some suggestion on apps, you can always put a query. And what I was talking about editing apps on PC. So related to the color grading, I was talking about Filmic Pro, that it allows you to have footages in different color profiles, which you can later on edit and color grade properly using Adobe's Premiere Pro or Davinci Resolve. Davinci Resolve is a free software. It also has a paid version like Davinci Resolve Studio, which is around $300. That means 300 into 75. It will be around 25,000 rupees, Indian rupees. But you can use the Davinci Resolve free version to color grade your footages very good, in a very professional way. Davinci Resolve is the software which is used by professionals. So আমাৰ অসমত যদি কোনোবাই জ্যোতি চিত্ৰবনত ট্ৰেইনিং লয় ভিডিঅ'গ্ৰাফী বা চিনেমাটোগ্ৰাফী, they use this Davinci Resolve. Davinci Resolve use হয়. So it is color grading or কাৰণে Davinci Resolve is one of the best softwares. And about paid apps, the third app that I am talking about to record videos is something called MC Pro 24 FPS. The name is a little bit weird, or it's a complicated name. Let me write it down. MC Pro 24 FPS. MC Pro 24 FPS. So this is one of the apps on Android which will allow you to have manual control, very good manual control on Android. And MC Pro 24 FPS is similar to Filmic Pro, but it comes at a much less cost. It will cost you around 200 or 300 rupees. It's a paid app. It's not a free app. And I don't know. You might also find some modded version on the internet to use these paid apps, but I am not recommending anyone to use modded version because they might have some other complications or other drawbacks to them. I would suggest you to use genuine software only. Buy from the Play Store. It's not too costly, around 250 or 300 rupees. MC Pro 24 FPS, which will also allow you to have manual control, lots of things like different color profiles inbuilt. So your footages can look very professional during the shoot itself, so that you minimize the effort in your post-processing or your editing. With minimal effort, you can produce much better result afterwards if you use these kind of softwares to produce your videos rather than using the stock camera app. Okay, MC Pro 24 FPS is the third app that I am recommending. The first one is Open Camera, which is free. Anyone who is interested in videography on mobile phone should install Open Camera because it is free. And then if you have some money, you can spend on Filmic Pro or MC Pro 24 FPS. These are the three apps that I'm suggesting to use if you wish to create videos using your mobile phone. And hi Tipu, how are you? Thank you for the, and hopefully your coaching is going well. Drinking some water. Okay, and okay, good, nice. I was talking about the apps. Open Camera, free. Filmic Pro, paid app. But if you're serious about videography using mobile phone, you can always go and buy that. But first thing is that it is not available for all the mobile phones. Whether it works on your mobile phone or whether all the features work on mobile phone or not, to know about that, you must install an app called Filmic Evaluator. So you can install this app, Filmic Evaluator app, on your phone to see whether your phone is supported fully by the Filmic Pro app before going to purchase that. And in any case, if it is not supported in your device, it will not be available when you search on the Play Store from your device about this Filmic Pro app. If it is only available, it will be shown as compatible, or if it is not available for your device, it will not be shown as compatible to your device. Thank you, Sikha. And what about other apps? Let us talk about editing apps. Filmic Pro, MC Pro 24 FPS, and Open Camera. These are the three apps that I am talking about. And if you use the stock camera, you must always use the manual mode or the professional mode inside the stock camera app. Hi, Neeraj. Thank you. Thank you for your appreciation. You are a pro on videography or photography. I am not here to I cannot suggest you to go do something on videography or photography, because I'll hopefully one day I'll call you on my show to share your knowledge about with our audience if you have time later on. Recording your YouTube videos via mobile, you can use Open Camera, or if you have you can use Open Camera. If you can use Open Camera to record your videos, because Open Camera has those manual controls and everything. And if your camera itself has manual control, you can record in your manual mode, where you can set the frame rates and everything for your recording your videos for YouTube. I mean your tutoring videos, you can use 24 FPS or 30 FPS for your recordings, and then put it on a tripod as you normally do. And in Open Camera, you have this face tracking mode, face focused mode, where you can select the face, and it will all the time be focusing on your face, so that your focus will not be lost during your classes. You can do that using Open Camera. And if you have some money, spare money to spend, then you can buy Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is much better app than Open Camera, and it has a lot of features. It may not have this face tracking feature, but it has some other features which are very good to get better quality videos, because it has a lot of different features inbuilt. And let us talk about some of the editing apps that are available on, particularly on Android. Some of them are also available on what do you call iOS. I am not an iOS user, or I do not have an iPhone, so I do not have much knowledge about iPhone apps or iOS apps. I'm not it is not as, I think I'm not putting subtitle. I'm just This is overlays. These are overlays. My software through which I am live streaming, uh, it has an option to put the chart on the screen. So I'm using a software called Restream.io. You can use it for free. You can use it in a paid software kind of subscription kind of model also. So you can start with free version of this Restream, where it allows you to put the chart on the screen. So this chart overlay comes from the software itself. Now I'm using this Restream app. Let us talk about this streaming app itself first. This Restream app allows you to connect to different platforms like Facebook. I'm going live on Facebook as well as on LinkedIn as well as on YouTube right now using this software, which is a browser-based software. That means you can run this software. You don't have to install anything. You can run this software on your browser. You can go to restream.io, sign up for an account using your email ID, and then you hook up your camera and microphone, and then you can go live using the browser itself. So it has different features, like it shows you overlays. Like I can show some captions, like suppose if you want to follow me on Twitter, I can show this caption like follow me on Twitter, right? So these are the things that are there. So if you want to follow me on what you call Instagram, I can put this caption like this, follow me on Instagram. So I have these overlays already made within the Restream app, where I can simply click those overlays and it will be shown. Similarly, I have this chat option. Wherever I put on some chat, so it will shown on the screen. So these are the different features of Restream.io. Yes, you can try live to make also do live classes using Restream.io, because on YouTube you can also do some private live streaming, like unlisted streaming, where you can share the link only to a particular group of people, where you can go live on a private group. Now I am going live on a public group because it can be seen by all. But if you go live in an unlisted video, where you can share the link of your live video, which you can share among your students to go live privately to a smaller group of people, right? So you can use this Restream.io to stream your classes live as well, apart from other softwares or other apps that you use for your classes. And it's very easy to set up. You don't have to set it up anything. You just need to connect your camera to your mobile phone. Sorry, not mobile phones. Connect your camera to the PC. And if you have a webcam, it's inbuilt. It is directly connected. And if you have a microphone, external microphone, you will connect it like a normal way. Okay, I talked about the subtitle thing on this here, right? Okay, now let us talk about what you call this editing apps. The first editing app that you can use, which is inbuilt in your mobile phone, is the Google Photos app. Android applications has Google Photos, and many of us do not know that Google Photos can allow you to edit videos as well, apart from photos. Even though the editing is basic, it has some good color filters. So if you use Google Photos, you can use it to, you're welcome. You can use Google Photos to edit your videos as well. You can trim the videos. You cannot cut in between, I think. In Google Photos, you can put some color grading to your videos as well during using the Google Photos app itself. So this is very basic. But if you want to do some good video editing, I have only 2 apps that I will suggest, but both these apps are paid. These apps have their free versions, but the limitation of the free version is that it puts a watermark in the final exported video after the edit. Like, first thing is that my favorite editor is Kinemaster, or some may also call it Kinemaster. Kinemaster or Kinemaster, whatever you like to call, but according to the makers of the software, it should be called Kinemaster. Okay, so it's about the pronunciation. So Kinemaster is free to use, but to use it fully, you must, or you can go with the subscription model. Kinemaster is a yearly subscription. It will be around 3,000 rupees per year, the normal pricing. But what happens is that Kinemaster sometimes run a discounted pricing model for the subscription. So you can get it at a very lower cost in some time. I do not know. You have to look at the pricing now and then. Then you can find that at some point of time, they offer you discounted rates. Like normally it is around 3,000 rupees a year. Sometimes you may get it around 1,100 or 1,300 rupees a year. So that is the Kinemaster Pro version, which allow you to have unlimited layers, which allow you to have different assets. Which are assets means there are different things which you can add during the editing of your videos, like stock footages, like audio, like some special effects. These are called assets in Kinemaster. So to get the assets, to get everything, you can subscribe to the Kinemaster Pro plan. And if you do not subscribe, and if you use the free version, you get limited access to these features, but still get almost everything needed for editing your videos. Kinemaster is very easy to use. It is a very easy to use interface, and once you start editing your first videos, you can always master it in no time. So use Kinemaster to edit your videos, and when you export it, if you have the free version, it will simply show an watermark, like the watermark that I am showing right now on the, what do you call, here or here somewhere, like somewhere there's a watermark, Neil's World. So similar kind of a Kinemaster watermark will be there when you export your videos in the free version of Kinemaster, but still you get a lot of things for the free version. And if you pay for it, you do not get watermark, and you get to export in highest resolution available and something like that. And if you wish, if you want a free app suggestion, I would suggest you to use something called VLLO. VLLO. There is something called Vlog Now or the VN Editor. There is something like Filmora Go. These different apps also have watermark-free export option with free versions. They have almost, these apps are free, but some of the things, some of the assets you might have to buy. Uh, Suppose you need something, some extra feature, some extra footage, or some extra sticker or something like that. Those things are paid within these apps. I do not use these apps too much, so but they are free softwares to do some quick editing. These are very good. The next app that I recommend or highly recommend, because of the some of the features, which is very professional. Kinemaster is very professional. Similar is an app which is called Power Director. Many of us know about Power Director. Many of us use it. Power Director is also available as a free version. It also has a subscription model. So if you use the free version, you're limited by some of the things. I do not know what are the limitations on Power Director free version, because I have subscribed to the paid version. So I know that the paid version gives you a lot of different features. Like it has this stabilization option. So I think the free version also have stabilization option, video stabilization. So if you have a shaky footage, Power Director can help you get this footage stabilized, and it does a very good stabilization of your footage. So Power Director you can try. The thing is that when you export the video, you'll have a small watermark of Power Director if you have the free version. There is one more important feature in Power Director which I like very much. It has a feature to reduce the noise cancellation or noise reduction. Suppose your videos are very good, but your audio is not. If you have noisy audio, then those videos may not be very well accepted by the audience. What you need to do is that you can have a control environment where there is no noise. And if you do not have a control over your environment and there are certain noise, background noise in your footage, what you can do is that you can extract the audio from your video and then process it using different softwares. Like for example, you can use the software on your PC called Audacity to remove the noise. I'll show you sometime later. Audacity, let me type it out. Audacity. So Audacity is a software which is available on PC, Mac, or Linux. It is available multi-platform. It's free to use. It's an open source software audio editor. It is an audio editor. So if you have noisy audio in your video, or if you record audio in some other cases, if you have background noise, this Audacity software can allow you to remove those noise. Almost 90% of the noise will be removed very easily, and you'll get a crystal clear sound or crystal clear audio. During your video project uh, in Audacity, you can directly import the video to Audacity and then do a noise reduction. So in noise reduction is very easy to do on Audacity. Later on, I'll show you in some other videos how to do the noise reduction in Audacity. Or you can also find various tutorials on YouTube to how to reduce noise from your audio in using Audacity. So Audacity is a free software which is available on PC, Mac, and Linux. So you can use it on your bigger screen device. But for mobile phone, if you want to have noise reduction within your video production or video editing app itself, Power Director is the application which allow you to reduce the noise, and that noise reduction is very, very good also. How can you do that? If you use Power Director, you'll find something called in the toolbox called Audio Tool. So if you use the Audio Tool, there you will find something called the noise reduction. Let me show you on Power Director. Let us know quickly. Let me show you quickly on Power Director. You have an audio tool in the Power Director mobile application. Let me load up my video itself. Okay. So when you have this Power Director, so you have this toolbox. When you load up your video to edit on Power Director, you get this toolbox. So in one of the toolbox, you will find something called Audio Tool. You can see there is something called Audio Tool, right? So this Audio Tool option. So this Audio Tool option, what you can do, you can go to Audio Tool. There will find something called denoise. So this denoise in Power Director can remove the noise very easily from your noisy audio footage. Welcome, Razib. Welcome. This noisy, if you have audio noise, you can use this audio tool in Power Director. Let me show you once again this Audio Tool. So this does a very good job. You see this denoise option on Power Director. You select Audio Tool in Power Director, and then you'll find this denoise app. So once you do the denoise, it will drastically remove the background noise from the audio that you have in your video. So that is a very easy to use feature, and it does a very good job, this Power Director. And there is one more thing the Power Director does, is that if you buy or if you subscribe to the premium version of Power Director, it allows you to have Shutterstock and iStock stock library. So Shutterstock is a very big stock footage or stock video or stock image or stock music library. These are royalty-free music, and these are royalty-free footages which you can use for your production. So you cannot use any image or any videos from the internet and put it on your videos and upload it to YouTube or Facebook or any social media, because that will implicate some copyright issues. So you cannot put others' work on your production. So if you want to use some royalty free, that means where you have the footage, you don't have to give any credit to those authors. You get royalty free stock footage free with Power Director. Shutterstock library is free with Power Director. This is an added benefit which you can get if you subscribe to Power Director. So these are the things that you can do, or that these are some of the bonuses that you can get from Power Director. Okay, and if you still have some queries, you can put. Let us see. Then apart from Power Director, there is one more app that I just remembered. It's called Video Leap. It's a new entrant to videography on video editing software on Android. Video Leap is a well-known iPhone app which is made by a company called Lightricks. Lightricks have a lot of softwares like various photo manipulation software, various special effects software, which the company called Lightricks make. But this Video Leap, which is now available on Android, it is already been available on iOS for quite some time, and it's pretty powerful, which allows you to have multi-layer editing, and also it allows you to have chroma key. That means like you can use green screen and all. And also on Power Director and on Kinemaster also you can use chroma key or green screen, so that you can remove the background and can have different backgrounds of your choice during the editing. Video Leap is free, but it also has a paid software or paid subscription model. So in terms of features, I do not think Video Leap is very pocket friendly, or it's very a value for money at present. It is you can buy the Video Leap lifetime license for 6,000 rupees, I think, in Indian price. And for the subscription model, it is 800 rupees per month, maybe. So it's pretty costly as of now. And if you compare it to Power Director or Kinemaster, I don't think you can get a better deal with Video Leap. You're better off with Power Director, either Power Director or Kinemaster. It's much better. So these are the video editing apps I was talking about. And if you wish to know about some video editing apps on on PC, I can suggest you some of the free softwares which you can use to create good video edits. The number one software that I'll suggest is to use Davinci Resolve. I was also talking about Davinci Resolve earlier. So on PC, Davinci Resolve is free, but the drawback is that you need to have a very powerful PC. Until and unless you have minimum of 16 GB of RAM and a processor which is upwards of i5, that means an i5 processor is minimum requirement, and 16 GB RAM, and with a graphics card which is no less than 4 GB graphics card, then you can go with Davinci Resolve. And that means you have a gaming PC. If you have a gaming PC, if you are into gaming, so you can use Davinci Resolve on your gaming PC as a very good video editor. Because Davinci Resolve it is not that easy to use, but once you get the heck of it, once you get to learn about Davinci Resolve, you'll get a lot of tutorials on YouTube about Davinci Resolve. Once you have a good idea of how it works, you can produce very good videos, because it is pretty powerful, and it can do professional editing, and it can have special effects. Everything you can do on Davinci Resolve for free. It is free. Similar software like Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro on Mac, they are pretty costly. Adobe Premiere Pro, you have to pay around $20 per month for the subscription, because Adobe software nowadays are all subscription model. And I'm not talking about the ways in which you can get many of the paid softwares free, which is available on internet. I am not endorsing those, and if you want to buy, or if you want to do some quick editing, you can do with free softwares. Like Davinci Resolve is one. If you have a powerful PC, you can do Davinci Resolve. You can go with Davinci Resolve. And if you have a small, an average PC, which is not that powerful, you can use softwares like Shortcut. Let me type Shortcut. So this is a free app. Shortcut is a free app. And then you have OpenShot. This is all again a free app. Then you have something like Hitfilm Express. You can find it on internet. You just search on Hitfilm Express. So Hitfilm Express is also a free software on PC. Maybe it is also available on Mac. I do not know. Hitfilm Express is a pretty good video editor on PC. While talking about mobile phone, I went into this PC regime. But still, let's talk about some of these apps. So Hitfilm Express, Shortcut, OpenShot. These are some of the video editors which are very powerful yet free. Hitfilm Express is not user friendly too much, but it is quite powerful. And if you learn it properly, you can do a lot of good video editing. Hitfilm Express. Okay, the third app, or not third app, I'll suggest one paid app for video editing on mobile, not mobile, video editing on what do you call on PC. It is called Filmora X. Now the Filmora's version 10. This is Filmora X. It is quite resource friendly. That means you don't need to have a pretty powerful PC to run Filmora X. It is not free, but it is not too costly. It is one-time payment. If you need to pay around $20-30, that means around 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. But it is lifetime, that you don't have to purchase any subscription like Adobe Premiere, Creative Cloud, or like that. And I'll show you some trick about Adobe Premiere later on. Trick means if you wish to get the subscription, I'll tell you a secret. Please be with me. I'll tell you a secret about Adobe softwares. So Filmora Pro is a cheaper option for video editor. So you can use Filmora Pro. No, it's not Filmora X. There is one more, Filmora Pro, which is a pretty costly. Which will be a costlier option. But for home users, beginners, Filmora X is a very good video editing software on PC. You can get it for lifetime license. It's standalone license. You don't have to go for paying subscription. So about Adobe, let us before ending the stream. It's been around an hour. It's been around an hour. Before ending the stream, let me talk about a secret regarding the Adobe software. Many of us know about Adobe's different softwares. Like Adobe produces softwares like Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro, After Effects, Acrobat, etc. Right? The thing is that Adobe now has only subscription model. You cannot buy the software as it is. You have to buy a subscription. You may have to pay for subscription. What you may not know is that when you buy a subscription, you can always talk to their customer care and bargain for some deal. So if you wish to get any Adobe subscription, before going to subscribe, before paying anything, you just hit customer care in the chat box. When you go to Adobe's website, you can contact the help using the chat box on the corner of the website, and then talk to them. Ask them for a discount. They may give you a discount, which is a little bit secret that I know myself. So you can get softwares at a lesser cost if you wish, actually. So this is almost an hour, and hope I will keep this stream going on for the next week also. I'll talk about a new topic, not necessarily regarding Android apps. Probably on the next stream, I'll talk about how to go online. So if you have a business and if you have something, so if you wish to go online using a website, or if you wish to build a website, and if you wish to get some quick money using some digital marketing technique, I'll talk about some of those things on my next stream, probably next week if everything goes well. I personally have some personal problems these days. That's why I have canceled my earlier streams, 2 streams. And also today I'm not getting proper internet connectivity. I was about to cancel the stream, but later on I stayed back, and hopefully you got some value out of this stream regarding Android applications and all. I'll see you in my next stream, probably next Tuesday. And in the meantime, do check out my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, so that you get to know some of the applications that might help you during your creative and productive works. Thank you very much. Good night in India, and bye bye.